So, hi guys, welcome back to the K2A podcast. This is season 1, episode 18. You're listening with me, Shiva. So, the K2A podcast is a show where we talk about our school memories and we also talk about getting guests on the show who sometimes happen to cancel at the last minute without giving notification. So, the K2A podcast is also a show where me and Ashish keep arguing every week about what needs to be edited and what needs to be kept in. So anyway,
Yeah.
jumping to the topic, I think Ashish has already been introduced. So today's topic we're going to talk about is exams in school versus exams in college. The difference between the two. Because in essence, exams in school are very strict. You actually listen to what the teacher was saying. When the teacher said don't copy, don't cheat, you may have listened to them 90% of the time. But in college,
Mm.
it was a different ball game. You started sitting next to the friend who used to write chits or used to let you copy. And teachers were also very chill. They're like, I don't care attitude.
Mm.
So I would like to start off by asking, Ashish, what was your opinion? I mean, how were exams in school for you?
Uh, a lot more stressful than exams in college
Yeah.
because I think as a school student you don't really know much anyway, and I think you also don't know how to study properly for exams. Like I remember in college, like a day before exams, I could just mug up an entire textbook, and I can go to the exam. I can write the answers. I can like finish all the questions, and I'll get like a decent 70, 80 out of 100.
Hmm.
In school, I can't imagine doing that ever.
I think when you've transited from school to college, when writing answers come from writing actual facts to creative writing.
Yeah.
Okay. So in school, they'll expect actual answers. In college, you write a topic. Let us say they ask for, I don't know, Dalton's atomic theory, and you're a commerce student. You will
Mm.
use all the creative liberty you have and write an essay.
Yeah.
So that's how authors are made, by the way. They are made in the examination hall. I think that's a very important fact.
Yeah. And I think also just the amount of creativity that actually is there in the exam hall is actually brilliant because if somebody asks you, like you said, about somebody's theory, we'll start giving stories about that person's life.
Correct.
He was born there. He studied in that university where he specialized on subject A, B, and C, which
Yeah.
allowed him to come up with this theorem. Actual answer will be two lines.
Yeah.
That's it. Basic theorem, basic definition, maybe one example if
Yeah.
I know what the theorem actually is.
My favorite questions are these. For example, let's say, what is the importance of Indian history? That's one question. My answer:
Yeah,
the importance of Indian history is 5 points. Which this is called fiction writing. Okay, 5 points.
yeah,
All right. Then, hence, I believe that Indian history is important for students, and two lines about that. So I have
yeah,
basically copied and Control C, Control V the question two times. At the start,
yeah.
it's like, what do you say? You're making a dish. You start properly. In the middle, you don't know what happens, and at the end,
Yeah,
hence, I conclude by saying that finished. Oh, very good, full mark.
exactly. Yeah. Also, I think teachers are like so much more. Like they almost have like a system. Like this question means 4 marks.
Yeah.
So we'll give you like a 6 marker question, but the
Hmm.
question are designed for you to write stories.
Yeah.
And teachers will just assume, oh yeah, these guys have all written stories, 4 out of 6 gone. They don't check the answers. They don't check if there's actual answers there or not.
Hmm.
So like, oh yeah, he has written 2 pages. Okay, 4 out of 6 done.
Which is a very weird, what do you say, calculation. Like for
Yeah,
10 marks, I'm going to write 2 pages. And
exactly.
then
Yeah,
what kind of calculation do you do? And
yeah,
the worst is people who have small handwriting because they would have written half page and I have big
yeah,
handwriting. So I've written 2 pages.
yeah.
Teacher's like, wow, very good. Tick mark. Done.
I think no, I guarantee you, teachers have only created this 2 mark, 3 mark page because like at 40, 45, your eyesight starts to go bad. Which is why
Oh,
they like let everyone write big letters, 3 pages. So everyone's writing as huge as they can. It's just like, oh yeah, it's easy to read now.
but with due respect to all teachers, students
Yeah,
are, experts in all this. So teachers think
Yeah.
students don't know anything, which is
Which is true, kind of.
which is see, we don't know anything about the subject, but writing an
Yeah.
exam, we know everything. Okay.
Yeah.
For example, all these toppers and all what they'll do. I have done it. Okay, I had.
Hmm.
So the subject name is there. Let us say
Hmm.
mathematics one. So I'll
Hmm.
write mathematics one on top of my paper. I'll underline it twice just
Yeah.
for effect. Okay. Then
Yeah. Yeah.
question
Yeah.
number one. Some
Yeah.
question will be there. I'll write the question. Okay. Then I'll ask, then I'll write what are we trying to find out. I am
Yeah.
trying to find out x. The value of x is solve x. Hence the value of x is underline that also two times.
Yeah.
Underline after the question finished.
Yeah.
So which is what I feel, which is what I understood when I came to college. All the toppers,
Hmm.
they may not be good in the subject.
Yeah.
They're good at writing an exam.
Exactly.
It's a very different. They use different color pens.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is not art class. Okay,
Yeah.
this is a social science paper. You write about Indian history. Why are you using Paint, Microsoft Paint over here?
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Which is a very true point because like so many people, right, who like in class they don't know what is happening. Okay.
Yeah.
They'll come to business studies and they'll start talking about English literature.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know what is happening. They don't know why it is happening. They don't know anything. But exam people, they're always the top 10 somehow.
Hmm.
And these guys are like, yeah, and plus I think these students who have like a good rapport with the teachers,
Ah.
those guys like all get like tips. So the teachers be like, yeah, read chapter 4, 5, and 6. Those are where most of the questions are there from.
Hmm.
And these guys will like read most of that, and they'll get most of the marks.
Yeah. Actually, in 2 days, it's on Monday, I have my
Hmm.
internals. I have not touched my book. Okay.
Yeah,
Which is what college is. It's not a
yeah,
thing to be, proud of or something. But I'm just saying that attitude comes in fourth year or even in
yeah,
first year or whatever.
yeah,
Well,
exactly.
I'll manage. So what happens is we look at the book, Control C, Control V. So we
Yeah,
make sure that nothing is in the permanent memory.
yeah,
We make sure that every time we go to an exam hall, the day before we know everything. Once the exam is
yeah,
over, erase,
yeah.
factory
And
reset, done.
also, I think the college system itself like puts this kind of thinking into you because like in school at least you have like notes and everything,
Ah,
right? Everyone has to write notes. You need to have like a separate notebook and everything.
yeah, yeah.
College, like 2 weeks before the exam, you can just go to the photocopy room
Hmm.
and just get like textbooks and everything to study.
Which is
Yeah,
very important fact. I would have not passed my engineering if not the Xerox shop if the Xerox shop
yeah,
had not existed, essentially.
yeah, exactly. Plus the teachers only will like compile their own like custom textbook with like notes from different students. They'll
Yeah,
take like few chapters out of textbook A, few chapters out of textbook B, and they'll like make their own customized version of a textbook, and then they'll give that to the photocopy wala,
yeah,
and then he'll sell copies of those. So like I remember during my exams, I would just have to go and I'd be like, "Bhaiya, please give me 2 copies of the textbook for 3 FIBB."
hmm.
And then he'd be like, "Okay, cool, cool." And then he just print it out, then give it to me. Like, I think these and all, like, kind of, uh, I don't know, they kind of tell students not to study too hard because this is like, yeah, and like, even if you have no notes, just come here 2 weeks before the exam and you will basically have all the stuff that you need.
Hmm. But the discussion is going towards the education system and all that. That's
Yeah.
another big debate which will go
Hmm.
on. But I want
Yeah.
to ask you, what was your preparation for exams in school? How was it?
Exams in school, I remember as being heavily influenced by my parents
Hmm.
because I did not know how to study. I'm like, how to study as in like in college, I learned how to read something and keep it in my mind.
Hmm.
Like once I read something in college, it would be there in my mind until the day of the exam.
Hmm.
During school days, I would come back home and my mom would tell me, go and study. Okay, so I would open my textbooks and I would read a whole chapter. Then I'd go out, play, football, cricket, whatever. And then I'd come back and be like, I don't remember anything that I've studied. I don't remember anything. And then I'll be studying it all over and over again, trying to remember something. So I think that's the main difference here. Right? And also, I think just the time it takes me to study for something is a lot less. Like I have become an expert speed reader. I can finish like 200 pages of a textbook in one night straight.
That's the power of the college student mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like with a pencil in hand, just like, oh yeah, underline these 5 points, next page, yeah, underline this, next page, underline.
Yeah.
Like finish 200 pages like that.
You realize that most of the points are almost the same. They keep repeating after something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, especially these theory subjects.
Yeah.
They're like, what is the concept of product development? The concept of product development is product, one line on product, one line on development, one line on concept, 2 more points you make up, finish, answer over.
Yeah. And also, the same thing, like we had a subject called cost accounting, okay?
Yeah.
And they were like, what is the importance of cost accounting?
Yeah.
I think 4 of the points, right? Reduce cost, increase revenue, increase profits, increase net worth of the business, which is essentially the same thing.
Yeah, correct.
All of this is essentially the same thing. They just like divided, like let us look at the one thing in like 10 different angles. You have 10 points there.
Correct.
Yeah, but most of the points are useless.
True. Even teachers know that.
Yeah.
But the thing, what I miss about school is I had a very, very strict schedule without even knowing it. So what used to happen was I used to come back from school, which is about probably 4 p.m. I used to eat some small snack and then I'll go out to play. So until 7 o'clock, I'm just playing. I'll come back, eat dinner at 8 p.m. and then probably 8:30 to maybe 9:15, I would study. And this was every day, by the way. So every day, 8:30 to 9:15, I would study and then go to sleep by 10.
Wow.
This was until probably 9th class. After that, life screwed up. Okay. Not the problem of the school. I forget it. So that was a very strict schedule which I had, and I don't remember talking about stress, anxiety, depression. That was never in my mind because I had a schedule. I was happy. I was a happy kid. Then what happens? You come to college and you come to, for example, you come to 12th class. 12th class is where your subjects become insanely tough. Right?
Yeah.
You go through a downhill basically. You're a topper in 10th, 10 CGPA, and you're like 5 on 20. Macha hauda. So that's literally your teacher's like, dude, study more. You're like, macha, I'm studying only, no marks are coming, what to do?
Plus, the teachers don't give marks, huh?
No, actually,
teacher doesn't give marks.
The subjects become tougher. I don't know about commerce, but I can tell you for science, the subjects become very, very analytical. Okay, until 10th class, it's all about very fun science and all that. And 11th class, you're like physics, Newton's laws, solve this equation and all those things. So it takes time to get adjusted, and that's where you learn about late nights. You become an early riser or you're a night owl. And then you come to college. College, what happened? Man, I have literally sat until 3 a.m. in the morning. So I was a hosteler. I'm still a hosteler. Literally, at 3 a.m. in the morning, 7 people are studying in my room. And there's an exam at 8:30 in the morning. How we do it, how we did it, how we passed, I don't know. I cannot tell you. At that moment of time, we did it. So the exam structure in school, we were so disciplined with studying. And then suddenly when you come to higher classes, it becomes so indisciplined. And when you go to college, it goes indisciplined to just horrible.
Yeah,
nobody feels like studying. Yeah. When you're in first year, you're like, oh, like many first years come to me like, Anna, how to study, heng odbeko, yen madbeko, what to do this, what to do that. But then third year, oh, exam, oh, 1 hour, oh, okay, yeah, I know the teacher, he'll give me marks.
Yeah.
In exam, especially the board exams, by the way, preparing for talking about exams in school, the board exams were, I will say, one of the most intense preparations I've ever gone for. I will not even say 10th. 10th was still fine. The 12th board exams. I have spent so much time preparing for English. Okay. Okay, I remember this.
Preparing for English, why?
I got a good score, but still, even that, I was really tense for English.
No, I also got a good score, but there's like nothing to prepare for English.
Hey, you have to read Caesar and all that, huh? You have to read Caesar, Brutus, he stabs them back, all that shit. You have to read all that. Why did he stab in the back? How will I know, da? I was not there. How will I know? Why are you asking me?
Because it's there in the story. The first, I think, 10 lines of the story only say that. Caesar
Yeah.
was a bad ruler, that's why he got stabbed in the back.
No, then that's his problem. Why should I read about it?
No, that's why I was wondering, because that's like super easy to remember. Like, the only difficult thing about English is the poems,
Yeah.
which is like symbolism and everything. And plus also such stupid symbolism. Like, no, because the answer requires you to like have certain words in the exact same order. Like you can't just write your understanding of his symbolism.
Yeah.
Like no, there is a board given answer. That exact answer has to be there.
Correct.
Otherwise, zero mark.
Yeah.
But, dude, I remember my English textbook. Okay, like this poem is like 8 lines, right? Every line I am like writing. Okay, these 3 words mean this sentence. These 3 words mean this sentence. Okay, this word is talking about this thing specifically in the context of this situation.
Yeah.
Like my entire page has notes all around it.
Hmm.
Like you know how in the morning of Diwali, all the houses have rangolis outside.
Yeah. Hmm.
My textbook would be like that, and there'd be like a poem in the center and just a huge rangoli of words around it.
Correct. Oh yeah, speaking of textbooks, so I happened to see one of our 12th toppers textbook. It was insane, by the way. So what people used to do is she used to study before the teacher finishes the subject. Okay. So she would have highlighted in what color is it? Yellow color. Use a highlighter in her textbook. She'd written small notes. Many people use.
Highlighters are such a thing, though, man. Like
Yeah.
exam season, only those things come out. Before that, nobody cares.
Still, I mean, I felt honestly, a very honest opinion. I thought girls were more organized because I personally used my seniors' notes for 12th physics and chemistry. It was so well organized. She's written it in one page, all the concepts in one page. I'm like, I could never do that. That's not something. I would have probably scribbled some few diagrams and then probably 4 5 years later, my junior sees it. He's like, "Oh, this is contemporary art. Go sell it for 1 million."
I can
So
just like imagine a book. Like there's like one concept with 5 subpoints. Subpoint one is the first page. Subpoint two is on the last page. Subpoint three is in a different book only.
yeah. That's how we roll, bro. That's how we roll. But speaking of exams, we're talking about exams. Have you ever cheated in any exam?
Yeah, bro. Obviously.
Not in college, school.
Yeah. School also.
School
So
also.
because, I remember, right? Me cheating in school was weird for me because I never cheated because I wanted to cheat. I cheated because I had already helped someone else, and I was like, wait, I helped them. No, nobody's helping me, so I'm gonna try and get help.
Yeah.
Like so, I did not like cheat out of like, oh, I don't know the answer. I want to get enough marks. Like I already finished most of my paper, and I knew that based on what I written, I would probably be getting like 80 out of 10ish.
Mm.
But it was like my like inner sense of justice and balance. It's like I have helped 3 people here. Nobody has helped me today, so I'm just going to ask, just chuma.
For me, I've never. I wouldn't say I've cheated. I would say it's called, what do you say, indirect or unsuspecting looking into another's paper.
That's
I wouldn't
cheating.
call it cheating.
That is cheating.
No, it's unsuspecting.
It's not a bank robbery. It's not a bank robbery. It's just unsuspecting transfer of money from the bank vault into my pocket.
It's called borrowing money, bro, without returning. It's called borrowing money. So
That's called stealing.
yeah. So what I used to, I mean, I don't do it consciously. I don't know an answer. I look up and down, left, right, east, west, and then my eyes go to someone's paper. I see a diagram. Oh, okay, this is the diagram. Let's just take some inspiration from him. Why not? That's all. There's this quote. I said, great. What is it? A great artists are inspired, but the legends steal, or something on those lines. I don't know what it is. So I wouldn't say
So,
I've cheated. I would say it's unconscious looking into someone's paper. That's all. It's not called cheating.
if
But
anybody has been arrested by the police or is awaiting a trial in court, hire Shiva as a lawyer. He will utterly fail you. You will go to jail. Enjoy life there.
bro, if the paper is in front of me, what am I
Huh.
supposed to do?
Not look into it.
I cannot close my eyes to the obvious. That's all.
You can. Everyone can close their eyes.
Not as obvious is going to get you more marks. Not if that's going to happen. My biggest peeve is two things. Point number one, when you get everything, you have a pencil box, you have a pen, pencil, you have scale, everything, and some genius in the hall comes with just one pen. You have to
Yeah.
draw a graph. He borrows
Yeah.
everything, and the teacher
Yeah,
thinks that
but
you are borrowing his stuff.
exactly. Because you are always, and even more teacher thinks you might be copying because you're like looking at them like, hey, quickly, like,
Yeah,
give
yeah,
me
yeah.
my
Exactly.
protractor, my scale, and
Correct.
everything. And teachers say,
Correct.
hey, don't copy.
Yeah.
Ma'am, he has my stuff. I'm just asking for it back.
Yeah. And some people, what they're nice, they take the stuff and they return it. Some people, they keep it.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, give it back. It's okay. You take it, but give it back.
Yeah. They
Go-
follow your principle. If they want it back, they would have asked.
Yeah, correct. If they want it back, they would have. I cannot talk in an exam hall. Don't
Yeah.
me show the middle finger to you. I'll do that.
Yeah.
But
If the teacher sees you doing that, you're done.
but still, in college, what happens is this checking thing has become intense, man. There's a checking squad every exam. So I remember once we were writing an environment exam,
Yeah.
and the checking guy was insanely pissed off for whatever reason. I don't know what. He comes in. He makes the guy in front of me get up. He's like, get up. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Remove your socks. Okay. Remove your belt. Okay, what's gonna happen? So he's like, so Sabil, what they do is they roll up their sleeves. He's like, put their sleeves down. And then he comes to me. I'm writing my paper. You get up. Show me your pockets. Show me this. Show me that. And then he goes off.
Such a weird effect, dude.
Yeah.
Remove your socks, remove your belt, put down your sleeve.
Dude, I'm just saying the effect it has on a student when someone does that is just.
Yeah, obviously.
And what people do is they take a paper and they, like, for example, you're looking for you have a hanky and you want to remove some dirt from it. What do? You just shake it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So invigilators do that. They take your paper, you're writing, and they shake it. I'm like,
What?
yeah, they take your paper and they wave it around like that just to see if any chits are there or something. Have like,
But who keeps chits on their papers, huh?
yeah, I don't know. But, apparently, someone has done it. So they keep doing it to everybody. And if you have a pencil pouch, they check your pencil pouch.
Mm.
And I'm just sitting like, oh my god, shit. I hope I've not kept anything inside.
Yeah.
But again,
Oh, yeah, that is a huge thing because like if you keep like some kind of thing, I would have teachers who would catch people for having cash in their wallets because they'd be like, oh no, it's still paper. No, you can write down notes in that.
yeah.
Like it's a wallet. Obviously, there'll be cash in there. Like,
Correct.
what does they expect in a wallet?
But my biggest peeve is with these people who, when I'm sitting in an exam where I don't know anything, like zero, and everyone's writing, and then one person like, sir, additional sheet. I'm like, dude, are you serious? Like, I didn't fill 4 pages. You're like, additional sheet. But the worst part is when you sit in an exam, and then everyone is asking for graph sheet, and you're like, where is the graph question? I don't know which question it is. Oh my god.
I remember there's one exam, okay, where people were like you're saying, there was this graphing question, right? And I did not hear them saying because I was like super nervous, right? So I have just like made like a square in my answer sheet and just drawn the graph there only. Okay, so each point is 1 centimeters, and I have drawn the whole thing there only.
Okay.
Then the last minute, like last 5 minutes, like pin your graph sheet to your answer sheet. I'm like, what graph? Where graph? When is the graph? Then I look at the question paper, and they're like, you have to draw this on the graph. Now this took me like 20 minutes to draw. So I know I'm screwed. So I take the graph sheet, right?
Yeah.
I just like draw something and I know I'm not going to finish. So I just write note. I have drawn it properly in the answer sheet since I did not check the question. Please refer to that, that answer paper
Oh
for the
yeah.
proper answer.
Oh yeah.
Because I know I have screwed up the drawing on the graph sheet itself.
Hmm.
So I'm just like put down a note for the teacher.
Correct.
Please refer to this page on the answer sheet for the actual drawing.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've actually done that.
Yeah,
Writing notes. So I will write a question and then I'm like, shit, it's wrong.
yeah,
Take out the whole question. I write the question at the last. Then I write in the first. Note. Please refer to the last page
yeah.
for first question. And then I write PTO. Like, oh, if you're not written PTO, I would not turn over. Genius. PTO. Because in exam, all of us become formal. But
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So,
Because like at least like for I I have a theory that we become formal because of Apsara pencils. Extra
well,
marks for good
good
handwriting.
handwriting. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
So
an
let's
ad,
be as
man.
formal.
What an ad. Really.
Yeah.
I,
So we're all like, let's be as formal as possible.
yeah.
Maybe we'll get extra marks.
See, Apsara pencils are good, no doubt. But extra marks
Yeah.
for good handwriting, well, actually, no. Full marks for good handwriting. This is what I've seen. All the toppers have good handwriting, and all of them just kill it.
Hmm.
How about, when the exam ends? You're
Hmm.
done. You're finished. You're done with the exam. And
Yeah.
then you walk out, and then one guy's like, Macha, the answer is 20, da. One guy's like, no, it's 21. Yeah. You're like, I got 400.
Yeah, dude. I have just like given up on that, dude. I don't check answers anymore. Once the exam's done, I'm just like, hey, Macha, I'm going down to the cafeteria to have some food. If you're coming, come. Otherwise, you stay here and you discuss with them. And I just like go and eat because at least then like I'm having some good food. I'm
Correct,
not
yeah.
stressed out.
No, I hate discussing answers. Once I get out of the hall, and then, hey, Macha, what answer did you get, da?
Yeah.
Like 30? He said, oh, I got 200. Oh, okay, bye. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh shit, dude, that's a 10-mark question. Why you just ruined my life? And the worst is actually not that when distributing paper. So
Hmm.
the teachers look when he comes into the hall, and
Yeah.
he has the paper. Okay,
Yeah.
you can see his big bag. He's got his bag, and he has the full bunches of paper. You're like, oh my god, the class topper is like, give me the paper, give me the paper. He's like, hi, he's like,
Dude, no. Class toppers are like super nervous usually, da.
yeah.
For no reason. Class
Oh yeah.
topper is like
Oh yeah,
super
dude.
nervous.
Oh, would I have lost half mark or 1 mark? Oh shit.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
plus like there are a few class toppers who are let's say respectable.
yeah.
Like, they know. Yeah, bro, I am getting 95 out of 100. I know you do what you want.
Mm.
They'll tell you straight up. Those people, cool.
Yeah.
The other kind of people who will be like, yo, I've done so bad, I've done so good. When you check the paper, they're like 93 out of 100.
Ah, those losers.
Yeah, those guys just annoy me, man.
No, actually, I am one of the two. The reason I'm not a topper, I'm just clarifying. But what actually happened this semester, I am damn sure. Okay, one subject I've done horrible, right?
Hmm.
So I'm expecting maybe 14 or 15 out of 25. So I tell my
Hmm.
friend, okay, he believes me. Then what happens? I get 22. And now my friend is convinced that I'm lying, that I've studied for this exam. I'm like, Bacha, I studied only 1 hour. I don't know how I got 22. He's like, I won't believe you. Same thing
Yeah.
happened for another subject. I wrote it. I felt I had done well. Okay, maybe about 20. So I told him, okay, I think I've done well. He's like, yeah, okay. Then I get 25. Then he's like, Bacha, how long you studied? I'm like, no, bro, I just studied for 2 hours. So even if you tell them the truth, they're not ready to believe.
Yeah, because this thing has already happened once, right? Where you told them that you haven't studied and you still got huge marks.
Yeah, but I love those subjects where you have written complete shit. Okay,
Hmm.
like complete. It's like writing geography in math paper, like that.
Yeah.
But then when you get the paper, you're like, oh my god, 15 on 25. How would I was expecting 1 or 2? How you get 15?
Yeah.
So teacher might have been in a good mood. We don't know. But that's the thing, man. When the teacher comes into class with the papers and he starts calling the names or the roll numbers, yeah, you
Hmm.
come. But the looking at the person's face when he gets the paper, You can make out if he's done well or not.
Yeah.
Like some people, they go jumping to the paper. They get the paper, they're like,
Yeah.
they look at the face, it becomes like a red pumpkin or something. And
Yeah.
then you get those people who are like damn depressed, and you see the paper, their face lights up.
Mm.
And like, okay, this guy's done well. And those people who go for the paper, same
Yeah.
expression, you get the paper, go back, same expression, finish.
Yeah.
How much you got? Hey, 25 da.
Yeah.
Hey, no expression you sure. What da?
No, but these are the people who you can respect because they have done brilliantly. They know they've done brilliantly.
Yeah.
That's like confidence.
That is
it's, it's like when Messi or CR7 goes up to the penalty spot. They're like, I will score this. I already know. And then they're like, yeah, we'll score and they'll come out. Like, yeah, what is special about this?
Yeah. Yeah. So I hate people who get 24 and 25. You know, it's written in the scriptures and all. Be happy with what you have. Buddha has said that. Now, what these people do? 24 and 25, sir, half mark, sir. Sir, 1 mark, sir.
I actually love these kind of people because anytime teacher distributes paper, because of these kind of people, that period is free.
Oh, correct. Yes.
All these guys will just run forward, mob the teacher, especially in college. Dude, the number of times I just silently slipped out of class to these guys. First 10 minutes, teacher will give us paper. Rest 50 minutes, I have slowly gotten out of class. Everyone is fighting with the teacher. I am chilling outside.
Seriously?
Yeah, because like, see, there are very few papers where I am like, no. I know that this answer deserves more marks, and I've actually gone to fight. And even then, no, I don't go and talk to the teacher in class because the teacher will be like fed up by then, no? Because he has to like deal with 20, 30 people already. Yeah. I always go to the staff room because teacher there is like chill.
Yeah.
Silently just walk out of class and then just chill. That's it. So these people are people that I love to because they just ensure that this period is free.
Correct. You're right. What I've noticed in college is teachers are very smart. So what they say is, okay, you have any doubts, come to the staff room. They distribute the papers, see the marks, enter the marks, and finish. They start the subject.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, this is supposed to be a free period. You can't start teaching now. What is this?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm already depressed. I got like 3 on 25. You can't start the subject now. Give me time to, get back. Or let me go have a coffee or something. Like, no, I'll start the subject. Like, what is... The worst part is, hey, Macha, how much you got? Yeah, how much you got? Oh, 15. Oh, I got 25. Oh.
Worst part is those teachers will be like, I'll teach you now. Last 5 minutes, I'll distribute.
Correct. Yes. They'll be like...
Because this first 10 minutes also, there is a chance of like everyone going like, no, ma'am, I want more marks. Marks. And there's a chance. These teachers are like, no chance. Here's the paper, bell ring, I'm gone.
Yeah. Like some teachers have noticed is what they do is next is lunch break. Okay. They know students will stay back. So they'll teach for 50 minutes, 5 minutes remaining period, and okay, I'll distribute the papers now. It's 1:25, 1:30 is lunch break, and then students stay back till 2, and 2:30 class starts.
Yeah.
So insane. Like teachers also damn smart. I'll teach first. I'll keep the suspense going. I'll keep the papers in front of your face so that you can see. You can see all the papers. You can see the graph sheet. Should dive for 40 minutes. And then last 15 minutes I'll distribute. Let's see how much you can manage.
And there's like mini audience, just like people who are standing like vultures all around the teacher, just like seeing everyone's marks.
I hate that. Especially when you go to a staff room. So what your tendency is to see your paper, no? Yeah, objective. But what happens is, my paper, I'll see your paper also. Okay, 15, 18. Hey, how did this guy get 24? Oh, he's studying. Oh, macha, shit, you don't have to study. You see? Then you're like,
Which reminds me, if you go up to the teacher, ma'am, you gave him 4 marks, you only gave me 3. Okay, then give him paper. I'll give him 3 also. No. The teacher especially said, okay, give his paper also. I'll give him also 3.
Correct.
And then you have to go to your friend and be like, hey, sorry, da.
Has it happened to you that you have got marks cut when you have gone to a teacher?
No.
Never. Never happened.
No, because if I'm not like 100% sure of an answer, I don't go to the thing because my marks are usually in the 70 to 75 mark range, which is like enough, you
Yeah.
know, above passing mark, not as like high as like first class and all that, but enough, you
Yeah.
know.
Mm-hmm.
So unless I'm like sure of an answer, I don't go to the teacher,
Yeah.
especially if it's like one of those teachers in college who don't know the subject but they think they know the subject,
Mm.
you know.
Even that's what students are. We think we know the subject. Actually, we don't know.
No, much of some of the teachers, no, the way they explain stuff,
Mm.
it's so complicated. No? There was this one teacher, okay, and like his whole appearance only was like really funny. Okay, he's a super thin guy. Okay, shirt always like fully like tucked in, pant pulled as high as possible, like higher than you think possible. Okay, pant full high. He has like this thin handlebar mustache.
Mm.
Okay, and he thinks he's cool.
Mm.
That teacher, like he knew nothing about this subject, but he tried to pretend like he knew something. Like you know those teachers who have like PPTs and they just like read out the PPT and then like try and bullshit their way through it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of teacher. Afterwards, we figured out that he knew nothing about the subject that he was teaching. He had actually specialized in a completely different aspect.
Okay.
But the college just told him to teach us that subject.
Okay.
Weird
Yeah.
system, dude.
You did you have this system of aggregate? You have to have a minimum internal marks to write the finals.
Yeah.
Okay, you had it, right? So I remember
Yeah.
there was this subject called Constitution in our college, right?
Mm.
So it's a good subject, no doubt, but insanely tough teacher. Okay, insane. So getting 25 aggregate, my aggregate was I think 26. All right.
Mm.
So very tough to get marks. Very tough.
26 out of?
50.
Ah.
Very. If you get even 30, you're God. 30, 31 or something. People have got 45. That's a different thing. Okay. But insanely tough. So I remember my friend, he got I think 13 the first test. Second test he got probably 11. Okay. So what happens in college is if you get half mark, it's rounded off to 1 mark.
Yeah.
So he got 11. So he said, "Ma'am, please give me half mark." She's like, "Oh, I won't give you. Write the next test." Believe it or not, people have got a year back because of just half mark.
Yeah.
Can you believe how depressing that is? I remember there was an incident which happened. One of the guys in our class. So what happened is there are 3 internals. We have 3 internal system. You have to get a minimum of 25 and 50. So what happened was he wrote the first 2 internals. He got 18 in total aggregate. He needed just 7 marks to write the finals. So what he did, he said, "I don't like the subject." Okay. And he didn't attend the third internals.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So what happened was, and he's a pretty smart guy, pretty sharp guy. He's like, "I don't like it. I'm going to write it next year."
Yeah.
He got a year back. The HOD called him and screwed him properly. He's like, if you've written shit also, I would have given you 8 marks or whatever, 10. Why didn't you write it? He's like, "No, sir, I'll study it again with proper concentration and all." I'm like, bro, boss, hats off.
Yeah. Which I think reminds me of one more story, and I think we can like end the episode with this. I think there was this guy in my college, right? So he was like he was not really very good in this thing because he had like business talent, right? So he wasn't really a book smart kind of guy, and like he would have marks where he knew that even if he came to the finals, he would not pass. But his advisor, right, in school, they would tell him like, no, it's fine. Like even if you know you're not coming, just like come to the exam, give your attendance and go. So he would come to the exam. He would just sit there, write his name, write his roll number, and then sleep.
Seriously?
Yeah. 3 hours he would sleep, empty answer paper, he would just give it.
Then?
and then it come. Yeah, because he was like, well, even if I got full mark, I'm not passing anyway. So
Okay.
so I didn't study anything.
Hmm.
Because I didn't study anything, I don't know anything. So what is the point of writing anything? Because I know it will be wrong. So you just like put in his name, put in his name because like he was a foreign student. So his foreign advisor had told him just come to the exam and give attendance. So he would just write his name, write his roll number, give attendance, give the blank sheet, walk out.
So he won't get his degree, right?
No, because no, he was obviously held back, but he already knew going into the exam that he was not going to pass.
Oh, then just write something. Write something. Why would you not write anything?
No, that's the thing. His original plan was, I'm just going to skip this exam. So his one of our subjects was business finance, right?
Hmm.
So in that he was like, I'm not passing this. I know it. So I'll do one thing. On that day, like on the day of the business finance exam, I won't come to college.
Hmm.
But his foreign advisor told him, no, just go to college and give attendance. So he came because he obviously knew that he was not passing at all. He didn't study anything. So he didn't know anything, and he was just like, nah, like, chumma, why will I waste ink, waste time, like work my brain, just write so much. Like, I know I'm not going to pass. Just he would just sit there for 2 hours, sometimes sleeping, sometimes just chilling, looking at other people. Then once the bell rang, he just like give the empty paper, walk out.
What an insane foreign advisor this guy had. Sounds like something I would say. Go to the exam, don't write anything, and come back.
Yeah, no. His foreign advisor didn't tell him to not write anything. His foreign advisor would say, just go to the exam at least for attendance. He would only decide that no, I've come here for attendance doesn't mean I have to write anything. So you just chill.
Oh. I feel this is like the ad, mutual funds ad. You see an awesome invest in mutual funds, and then you switch the channel. What you don't see is mutual funds are subject to market risk. Read carefully before investing. That you don't see. So well, that's been an awesome episode. I think a lot of fun here. So it's been a good episode. After probably sports day, such an animated discussion between the both of us.
Yeah.
By this sports day is episode 3. Please check it out.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's been the end of this episode. So thank you guys for listening on today's podcast, episode 80.
And thank you very much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and click the bell icon if you're on YouTube. Follow us on our other social media platforms like Facebook, Reddit, etc. etc. Like and share the post on all of our social media pages. If you have any topic that you would like us to talk about, there is a link in the description on YouTube and on all of our social media pages. If you would like to be on the podcast and talk about any issues with us, then there is a link for that in the YouTube description as well. There's also links for that on all of our social media pages. Once again, thank you very much for watching and goodbye.
Good night, guys.